Appalachian Mystic, the Old Ways, Tarot and Wisdom. Today we're going to read on the Orange Ogre's Black Heart. I've been seeing a lot of visions. They're coming day and night now. Last night was particularly uncomfortable. I woke up and could not move my neck to the right. So let me describe how I've been seeing his heart. I've been seeing it like a black molten mass, a desiccating, almost lava-like burnt with chunks, life force coming out of it, shrinking. It's very disturbing, and I've been seeing that for months, but it is getting more often, and so I know that maybe we're getting closer. I wanted to see if I could check in today and see if we could get a little more insight onto timing and how close he really is. So now, if you like this content, please subscribe and like, and most importantly, comment. If you can leave me some comments, tell me how I'm doing, if you're interested in this kind of thing, if this resonates for you, and how your energy has been affected and how you're connecting with him. I'd really appreciate it. It helps my little channel out a lot. So thank you for tuning in and watching my videos. So before this video, just because of how uncomfortable it's getting for me to read on him, I decided to do a little extra protection before the reading, and I pulled out my Magical Drum Oracle deck to give me a little extra something. So I wanted to do that after I pulled the cards. I thought they were so spot on. I thought it'd be interesting to share that with you guys, because I think we all right now are feeling very disconnected and there's chaos. And so I'm going to use this to pull 3 cards. I pulled the 3 cards, and this is a deck called the Magical Oracle Drum. And here's the box. It's my favorite by far. It is by Freya and Daniel Norling. Freya she has 2 channels on YouTube, which I highly, highly recommend. Freya TV and Freya of the North. She's a very powerful healing woman, Nordic witch, and she works in the traditional Sapmi traditions, and she rescues reindeers, and she's just lovely. So we're using her deck, and one of the reasons I chose the deck, other than it's my favorite, is that the Sapmi tradition and living in the Arctic Circle, it's very rooted in protection, and it's survival, and I thought it would be appropriate to use that deck to call in a little extra something. So I'm burning Palo Santo, and we are going to start off and do a little quick read with this. The first card I pulled was the Lynx. So the Lynx is all about challenges and boundaries, and that cat-like intuition, discernment, courage, awareness. This card's telling me we need to set some boundaries. We need to get our boundaries set with how we interact with this energy that is coming at us more and more each day as the days go on. And it is a dark energy. It's not just his energy. It is a dark energy, and it is, I've said it before, it is representative of this dark patriarchy, and it is struggling and gasping for survival. So use your intuition, use your discernment. The lies are really central to his continuing existence, and as his lies fail and more people wake up, the less life force he has. And then our second card is the reindeer and predators in the mountain. That makes sense. So this card signifies something you care about is being threatened. We're feeling unsafe. We're feeling like we're just living in chaos and uncertainty. And make sure you understand, this is by design. They are triggering our nervous systems by design to keep us off balance, and it has been going on for quite some time. And when you understand that that's orchestrated, then you have the tools, you have the knowledge that you can take control and manage what it is that this energy is doing to you in your daily life. And I want that for all of you. I want it for all of us. So it basically says, like this card says, circle yourself, protect yourself, your family, and those you love, and pay attention to the underlying layers and the lies. And then the third card, fascinating, these cards are always so spot on. And this third card is the spell. The spell. And immediately I knew what that meant. It is a card telling you to channel your power, that your endurance is key to this, that we're going to get through this. Protect yourself. There is a type of energy that's surrounding him, and it's instilled this blind loyalty or unbridled fear of him. And it is actually a spell. It is a spell that has been cast on this country. And every day we watch the norms, we watch decency, we watch laws, we watch everything foundational, things we depend on, kindness. We watch chunks of that fall into the abyss and wonder, like, when does this end? Is this going to stop? How far is this going to go? So learn to channel your outrage and your disgust, not just at him. Make it healthier. Look at the system. Look at the system, the underpinnings of him. Look at the system that supports this and what he represents. And you'll see this dark patriarchy that is in its last gasp, I believe. And just remember, the spell's breaking. It's people are waking up. It is not as magical, it's not as powerful as it once was. And his old Black Soot Heart, as I call it, is close to burning itself out. And when that goes, the spell goes. The spell is gone. So let's get into the read. The Black Soot Heart is not a pretty picture, and I'm seeing it more and more, which is telling me that it is waning. It is shrinking. It's like dead lava. Black Soot Heart. How you doing? How much you got left in you? Oh, okay, somebody's jumping out. Too many cards. Okay, let's read from the bottom of the deck. Look at the cards. Knight of Wands. Fire. Spiritual. It's a spiritual warrior riding in. Apropos, it's very appropriate because this is a type of spiritual warfare. It is a hard charging, can be up to no good. This is a good symbol of the patriarchy. Raising the wand, representative of a lot of the life force that is in him. It's not just his energy, it is the life force of the patriarchy and dark forces that are keeping him animated. And their challenge is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So I like this, a very feminine card. It's nurturing, it is reversed. I always read in the reverse in the challenge position, but they're being interfered. Like there's an interference with this, and this is the interference. It is the Nine of Pentacles. This goddess in her garden, she's nearing completion. She has all of the finery, the home and the health she has mastered, and she is close to getting what she wants. This is their challenge. Four of Pentacles, holding on. Yes, they are. They are holding on. He is holding on. His black heart. And that's interesting because there he is holding on to what is, in other words, a coin, the thing that matters the most to him. But he is holding on and he's not moving ahead. He's just grasping this physical reality of his, and it's just a matter of time. And if you think about it, the fours in the deck, next coming will be the chaos. The Five of Pentacles will be out in the cold. So let's read it that way. The Ace of Cups reversed. Deception, lies, deceit, playing with emotions, untruths. This could be that they are lying to him about his actual physical condition. I believe that they are telling him that he is in better shape than he is. But I see this as emotional manipulation on their part to make him believe that he's in better shape. But his heart is waning and the life force is going. The High Priestess, lots underlying things we don't necessarily know that are going on. The High Priestess, the goddess, the intuition, secrets. It's watery, it's emotional, it's heavy energy. She is the magician, and they are dealing with this priestess energy. And I think they're losing. That's my feel. Like this energy, balance between the light and the dark. This is the spiritual war that's going on, and it is being fought on an intuitive level. And she is upright and proud and sure in her stature. She is the number one weapon, which is drawing some of the life force from him. And then the Empress reversed. We have more matriarchal, divine feminine. So the Empress, it's like the nurturing Mother Earth. Perhaps the females in his life who he has depended on, who has sucked dry, and they are starting to understand him for what he is. Maybe some of that feminine support is withdrawing, and when that withdraws from his system and what's keeping him going, that has a negative effect. He's been feeding, like we said, he feeds off of others' energies, and the second the camera or the attention is not on him, you can see the shadow of death pass over his face. He hears the voices when there's not other voices to drown them out. So I think the Empress figures in his life are withdrawing from him, which will further speed up his demise. There we go. I love this. So, the Six of Pentacles, typically a card of charity. There is no charity. This is when there's an imbalance between the haves and the have-nots. And, maybe he feels like if he throws a few crumbs, that gets that energy flowing back towards him. So he talks about these checks, these imaginary checks that he's going to put his name on them. Trump wrote me a check. Ooh, nobody ever wrote me a check before. I mean, I think that may be where his head is, and he's thinking that actually could actually make a difference in drawing some of the support that he's lost back to him. But I don't think it's going to work. And I don't think we're going to get a check. That's just me. And then we have Judgment reversed. Judgment coming. The judgment he so sorely has coming. He is near the end of the line, and the judgment will be swift, rising up. When it's reversed, it feels it feels like a lot of chaos still left in the tank, but an ending coming. You know, his power, these spirits rising up. It feels like it's getting close. I'm not going to predict a time because it's so dependent on these dark forces that keep him animated. It's not just him. It is a whole system set in place, and he is merely the avatar, the moron avatar of the whole thing. Okay, so let's see what we've got on the bottom of the deck. Two of Cups. Partnerships. Are they breaking apart? These would tend to be lovers. Maybe he still has Melania. Maybe he's looking to her to help keep him going. And this is a medical card, so maybe it is about him understanding that his physical being, his emotional well-being is seeping out of him, and he does have to rely on someone else. It's not just about him. Eight of Swords reversed. So he's been bound into this. It's an air, it's a mental intelligence, bound and blindfolded, and now that's being removed. And people are waking up to him. And the facade is peeling away. And when the facade peels away, the energy and the life force peel away. One more. Illusion, delusion. Seven of Cups reversed. Nope. Yep. Seven of Cups reversed. The illusions of the illusions. People are seeing through them. The jig is up. So I look at these cards. I still get sort of the same. It's happening. I know you want to know when it's happening. But these are such bigger forces than just this one man, if you can call him that. So it is happening. I feel like it will happen in this first half of this year. Based on, we have swords, we have everything in here. We have some major arcanas. So it does mean that there is a major transformation coming through. Let's pull one more. Giggles. Juggling. Juggling your health. The Page of Swords. Well, he's a nasty little bugger. That's a good way to end. The Trickster, bringing in some gossip. Maybe a whistleblower. It's a good place to end. Hang tight. His energy is fading. The life force. I will keep you updated if I see any more visions or I get a better pinpoint on any kind of timing.